How's practice so far?
Oh, it's been great, man. It's been great. A lot of fun. It's great getting back on the grass.
You guys haven't done full pads yet, I don't believe.
No, just short.
How much can you tell in the early going with just what you see out there?
I think defensive line, I think we got some guys that we can roll out there and play. I like our depth. I like the way the guys are attacking practice, and from my point of view, you've only practiced twice. I don't count the ones without shoulder pads.
You had a couple guys in the offseason, Heisman, Fall, Hickman. What were you looking for in targeting those guys?
Just adding quality depth. Guys who come in and push for a starting job and compete and just get more depth. You can never have too many D linemen. It's such a long season and that's such a hard position physically. It's so physically demanding what we ask them to do day in and day out. You can never, I don't think there's a coach in the country would ever tell you had enough D linemen.
I think you got like 20-some in your room. It's a big room.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the numbers are right where you want it? Or
It's great. We got, we're at a place really probably for the first time where I feel like there's not a guy in there that can't eventually contribute to this program one way or the other. And really that's the first time since I've been back that I can probably say that.
Kelvin brought up in the spring about how multiple the front's going to look in this defensive scheme. It seemed like with the guys you brought in, they can play multiple different spots. Is that something you're pleased with the versatility of those guys up front?
Yeah, they all bring a little bit different skill set. It's like anything in life. You don't want all the same thing. You want offenses to prepare for different guys and make them have to work, and you can't just roll out the same skill set. Everybody's going to bring something slightly different to the game, and that's exciting.
So before things ramp up physically here with getting the full pads on, what's the emphasis in
fundamentals? Fundamentals. That 100 level things. Your pad level, your hand placement, your hand, feet, and your eyes. It's got to be not just knowing where to go, but how to get there. Then the details. They're all over the place, and the details help you perform at a higher level. And right now, that's got to be the concentration, no matter what time of practice it is.
How has Kamari's offseason been going so far?
Really good.
How so?
He does everything you ask him. He's a worker, man. He gives you everything he's got every day. He shows up early, stays late. He's doing everything that a guy in his position needs to play. His preparation is as good as anybody's I've been around at this point.
Do you sense that's a little extra because he didn't get to play much last year with the injury?
I'm sure he's a little extra motivated because it's hard to sit and watch. And we had plans for him, and we were rotating him in last year, and he got the elbow, but he's back and he's excited and he's ready to go.
Every time we talk to Pry about him, he always brings up his motor, just how he plays. How impressive is it?
It's really impressive. You get a 280-pound ball of muscle moving in one direction. It's fun to watch, and that's what he is. The guy's, he's a good person. He's a good dude. He's a guy you want to hang out with, and he's just, he's starting to take a little leadership role, and it's fun when you see guys start growing up, and he's definitely turned the corner.
How often do you pop in and see his weight room exploits?
That's must-watch TV every day.
Is it difficult to have to tell him to rein things back when he wants to go?
I've never told him to rein things back. No, we're full speed ahead.
What do you envision Kamari's role being this fall?
What do you think? I think he's going to be a dominant player. I think he's flying under the radar right now, and that's the way he likes it, and that's the way I like it. And there's not a lot of people know about him, but they're going to find out about him real quick. He's a good player.
What's it been like pairing him up with KG? It seems like KG's playing with a chip on his shoulder too.
Yeah, KG is doing everything right. He's showing up every day like a pro, and the leadership right now between him and Caleb Woodson, JK. The leadership we have right now is as good as we've been around, and player-led teams win, and that's what we're striving for, and those guys are taking that to heart.
I know Hickman and Fall in their background a little bit have some primarily defensive tackle, but have worked some edge, some defensive end in the past. Do you envision those guys being flexible, and maybe a guy like Kamar as well, given his skill set, to be able to work at times at end for bigger fronts?
Yeah, we're going to put the guy, and we're still trying to figure all it out. Those new guys, we got 3 guys who weren't here in the spring, and it's only our second day in shoulder pads, so we're going to work through all that, and we're going to have a deep quality rotation. I'm pretty confident in that.
What
How
have
much
you
of a
seen from-
How much of a transition is it going to a new defensive coordinator like Cephas? I mean, is that a fairly quick process in the
Yeah, I mean, what you see when you've been in as long as I have is a lot of people do a lot of similar things. They just call it different. So you as a coach and as a player, those guys who transfer in, you start grouping things. Well, this is what they call it here. This was like what we did there. So, so there's a little bit of a learning curve. But, with all the stuff you're allowed to do in the summertime now, we're installing stuff for the 4th and 5th time with this group, so I don't foresee that being an issue now. It's a little bit different than it used to be when you're allowed to do football in the summertime and the OTAs that you're allowed to have. So I don't think the learning curve is nearly as bad as it used to be.
Does that add eagerness or excitement to the season with a new coordinator, a new scheme? Do the players enjoy it?
If there was an eagerness and excitement before every season, then I need to find something else to do.
Emmett seemed to pop a lot during the lead up to the bowl game. Played really well in his snaps. Have you seen that growth in his second year?
Oh yes, I mean it's all a process, and no matter how fast you want a kid to get better, he's got to do it at his own rate. And he's picked up right where he left off in the spring from the bowl practices, and now he's picked up right where he left off from this past spring in the fall. And like I said, we've only had 2 practices with shoulder pads on, so those are the only 2 that I consider real. But he is who we think he is. He's doing a great job.
Sounds like Clatterball has been moving a little forward towards that edge spot. What have you seen from him so far?
Once again, it's early. It's only been 2 shoulder pads, but 2 practices and shoulder pads. But the kid's strong and he's physical as hell. So that's a great combination. It's a good place to start.
2 or 3 more.
What stood out to you about Ace and Stevens and just how he's attacked?
Ace is doing a much better job playing with his hands. His transition last year, he came to DN kind of late and he missed a lot of that preseason work. And so he was kind of playing on instincts a lot last year, and fundamentally was a little raw, where you can see he's a lot more polished going into this season. And, he's another guy who's, contributed a bunch last year, and his role is nothing, not going to do anything more than just improve and grow. So.
What about a guy like Burgos that's been around for a while and seen a lot of reps? What are you seeing out of him in the offseason?
Steady Eddie. I think he had the best offseason he's had. He's a guy. He's what he does well. He still has room to improve like everyone does, but he's a guy he's comfortable. Because he's been here for 4 years. He knows what to expect. There's a lot to be said when you wake up in the morning and you know exactly what your day is going to entail. So.
What have guys like Ben Bell and James Joncom just added to your room in terms of experience?
I mean, you can tell that not only did they come in, but they were well coached at those places they played at. They were good players there, which is why we wanted them to come here. And then they've done nothing but just add depth to our program and the room, and I love coaching those guys.
Then Arius Nash, I know a guy who's been here now, spring, summer, and into fall camp. What have you seen from him?
Steady Eddie, man. He's got some natural pass rush about him. Another guy who goes to work, and another good guy. I mean, just a good guy he comes to work every day and works hard, and he's gonna find a niche.
That's good.
All right. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Let's go. Yep.